yes, obviously you clicked on this video for one reason and one reason only, was to see why Manchester City is the greatest team to ever grace the planet. We beat Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-final. Impressive?
Pretty big result.
I think so. A lot of City fans on Twitter are a little upset, shitting on us for it, but it's a 4-3 win. I don't know. I'm a person who likes to look at the positives, and I do see negatives. There were but we had some individual errors for their goals, and they just capitalized on our mistakes. And so I feel like if we can cut out the mistakes, those individual errors, we should be fine for the second leg. Even in the Bernabeu, we had chances to put it away. That's just summing up the game real quick as a whole. But I'm okay with where we're at.
I mean, especially considering how good of a team Real Madrid are. I mean, Real Madrid are probably the third best team in the world right now, behind City and Liverpool, whichever one you want to go 1 and 2. But
some people would say that Real are the best in the world, and that's a fair
that's
argument.
a fair argument because, I mean, we saw them, they scored 3 goals against City. I mean, obviously, like you said, there was a couple of mistakes here and there, individual errors, but Real Madrid have gotten to this point on sheer class and quality.
Yeah.
I mean, they are an amazing team with a system that works so well for their players that it's an impressive result no matter which way you look at it.
They are definitely, I feel at least, the best team at making you pay for your mistakes, and that's what they do. Because they have Vinicius, who rinses Fernandinho, and Benzema, who's absolutely making goals.
He's the Ballon d'Or. He's the Ballon d'Or this year.
It's insane. It's insane what he's been able to do. But, like I said, a 4-3 result, I'm really upset with seeing people being upset about that. I understand. We missed some chances.
It could have been,
you
know, maybe 4-0.
We could have put it away much sooner, yes. We had it 2-0, though, at one point. Let's not forget that. We had a chance, another few chances at 2-0 to make it 3, possibly 4-0 at some point.
Mahrez.
But we didn't. They came back into the game. They're just a class team.
You give them 90 minutes, there's no way you're holding them to 0 goals.
There's
you're
no
just
way.
You're just not gonna.
We just can't. And we are a team who we have the odd mistake. We'll make an odd mistake. Yeah. It's just a one individual error, and they'll pounce on that, and then that one leads into another. From the beginning though, first minute, De Bruyne from Mahrez, perfect start. Perfect start in the Etihad.
You can't ask for any more.
No, perfect start in the Etihad. Mahrez crosses it in, De Bruyne heads it in, a goal. 2, and then we go up. A few minutes later, boom, another goal. 2-0. We're flying.
I gotta be honest, the amount of people that were there at the Etihad, it was crazy. Like, the atmosphere was actually
Etihad, he says.
Was actually
the disrespect
like
from this
Champions
man.
League game.
But that game had a full house. You could see it was
they were
immaculate
the fans were
vibes in that. And you have to be. It's Real Madrid. Anybody who has even the slightest affiliation with City, who can afford it, and who lives close, was probably at that game. You know what I mean?
Imagine those players.
And people who aren't even fucking fans. I'm sure there was plenty of neutrals there. Just because it's Man City, Real Madrid, it's an amazing clash you want to see.
Imagine all the fans of, all the City players that when they go to the Bernabeu and they see what a real atmosphere is, how they're going to act. But, I mean, it's pretty cool to see that they actually got a pretty good atmosphere in there on a Champions League night. I mean,
yeah.
It really helped the team. Literally the first 5 minutes, absolute.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, first 15 minutes, absolute dominance.
You could see it, and those goals definitely help you get the crowd behind you. Is when you score immediately.
Right.
So everybody from the first minute of the game is up on their feet, like cheering and going crazy just from that goal alone. It made it just the most immaculate, electrifying atmosphere with all those fans there. They come over. Benzema makes it 2-1. He wraps his foot around Zinchenko, puts it in the back of the net. Amazing. I don't think Zinchenko could have defended it any better. Maybe he could have got to the ball quicker. But it was just a really good finish. You got to give it to him. Then Foden finally puts away his chance. He gets the chance. You could say he maybe missed one or two, but there were also times where he should have had the ball played to him, where he's putting himself in amazing positions. And this season, he's definitely our out-and-out center forward. Like he's putting himself in the best positions. I feel like that on the front line.
Throwing a little bit of shade there, Mahrez not passing him the ball when it was 2-0.
Yeah, fucking retarded. But excuse my français, but
parlez-vous français?
Yeah, we go up 3-1, and then Vinicius Jr. John Stones gets injured. Fernandinho comes on. Everybody was thinking it. I thought it. I'm like, God,
you
it's
can't
all
put an old man out at right back against Vinicius Jr.
Vinicius
Jr.
Exactly. You can't expect him to put up that big of a fight defensively. Or I'm sorry, with pace. Defensively, he did really well. I thought most of the time he was clamping him.
But when Vinicius is running at him, no chance.
Vinicius got the ball in between his legs and he was off. And Fernandinho's not going to catch him. And then fucking Laporte, who I've defended time and time again on this channel, who I've always praised for his passing out of the back ability, his composure. I think he is a good defender. But his mistakes, he makes the most mistakes out of all of our defenders, I feel. And it showed again against Real Madrid. They took advantage of that. He doesn't run if somebody's running at you and you're the fucking guy, you're the last guy basically who has to defend him. There's nobody behind you. It's you and Ederson. You have to run at him. Why are you backing all the way up right in front of Ederson when you're just letting him run straight at the goal? What the fuck are you doing? I'm American, and I know you don't fucking play soccer like that. And I'm going to call it soccer just to disrespect him even more.
Because that's how he was playing.
He was playing fucking soccer, okay? What was that defending? I know it's Vinicius Jr., and mentally he was probably thinking, oh shit.
This dude is fast as
It's
shit,
fucking
boy.
Vinicius Jr. I need to back up, give myself some space maybe, and I see that. But eventually, at some point, you gotta run at him. You have to go at him. You have to
try and take the ball.
You have to do something, not just keep backing up. It gets to a point where it's like, dude, what the fuck? And then, oh my goodness, he makes it 3-2. The game is electrifying at this point. It's amazing.
It's neck and neck, real quick.
Bernardo with out of nothing.
Just out of nowhere. RKO.
We're scrambling, getting the ball back, pressing up high as we usually do. We nick the ball back. He gets I can't remember who it was who passed it to Bernardo. Gets to Bernardo really quick. His instinct, just like that, to shoot the ball. Nobody was thinking he was gonna have a shot. There wasn't even a recollection of anyone, especially the goalie. You could see it on his face when he shot that ball. He had no idea he was gonna smash it with his left foot into the top corner like that.
Nope.
Nobody thought that. 4-2 at this point. We're flying. You think that's it? No. Fuck no. We fuck it up. Laporte. A little handball. Heads it and then hits his hand. I think it's a bit of bullshit. Personally, I would like to know your opinion on that.
The rule in law states that if it is a handball in the build-up for the offense, even accidental, that it gets brought back. So you kind of have to give the defenders not as much leeway on their handballs because the attackers have so many strict rules on how they can operate. You have to kind of make the defenders follow similar rules.
But it wouldn't have hit his hand if it wouldn't have hit his head.
But it's in an unnatural
position. He's going
position.
to defend, and it hits his head first and bounces off. That's just, I think that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but
I don't agree with that.
If I kick
control it.
If I throw in a cross and you clear it partially with your leg, and then somebody behind you has their hand up, it's like the same thing.
Nah,
your head
that's
and then in your arm, and then a kick into the arm.
That's talking about yourself. He headed it off his own head.
Okay,
jumping. What do you do?
His hands don't need to be up here.
Jump? How do you jump? Okay, I don't think he was necessarily going like this.
Okay, he's not doing the jumping
kind of like
jacks,
this.
but
I think he was just kind of like this. What the fuck do you? Who the fuck just You jump like a
How
fucking
many
pencil?
times?
What
How
the
many
fuck?
times do you see players jump with their hands like this, or behind their back?
That's retarded.
Or on their
That's
hips?
stupid as fuck. Nobody
They
who
do
would know.
it.
They don't
They literally
jump.
do
They
it.
don't
They
jump.
literally do.
They jump.
They literally
Okay,
do.
okay. They jump when somebody's taking a shot. They put their arms behind him and jump.
Yeah.
He's going for a cross.
Okay.
If you want him to jump
if
up in the air for a fucking cross with his arms behind his back,
What
that's retarded.
You
That
don't
is the
want him
dumbest
looking like
shit
a fucking
ever.
monkey out
that's
there with his arms
stupid.
sticking
That is
out like.
stupid as fuck.
I think it was a
Regardless.
handball.
Regardless.
It was a little
No.
controversial. I think it was a handball.
No, it
but
fucking wasn't. Regardless, fucking Benzema comes up, makes Ederson look like a goofy motherfucker.
Panenka.
Basically, I mean, I can't really shit on Ederson for too much. Like, nobody expects you to make it.
You're not gonna do that in a semifinal.
Nobody really expects that. Even if it's Benzema, yeah, you expect him to make it. And I assume Ederson was like, oh shit, he's gonna fucking, he's about to put the perfect pen. He's gonna smash it past me one way or
he's
the
just
other.
gonna
He's just
absolutely diesel it.
pearl it. So he's gonna pick a side and do what he can. He Panenkas it, put it right down the middle. It makes it look a little bit more.
It makes it look worse than what it was.
Yeah, it makes it look worse than what it was for sure. But Benzema has the class to do that in a semifinal. 3-4. We go into the second leg up 1 goal. I wish our fans wouldn't be so negative. Liverpool, Villarreal. Liverpool won 2-0. We all assumed. We all thought it. Villarreal went there and played like fucking Atletico. Defended for their life.
45 minutes, they looked pretty decent. Halftime 0-0. Was really hopeful. Maybe at the very end they could just nick a goal and then
Or something.
go
Hold
back
us
to Anfield,
0-0.
but
Something. Do
wasn't
something.
in the cards for them. Liverpool pretty dominant that second half. Hopefully Villarreal can come back for the second game. We also had some Europa League action this week, the semifinal for them as well. We saw West Ham lose to Frankfurt 2-1. Kind of a surprising result, honestly. I thought West Ham would be able to kind of take control of this game, especially at home. You know, they have all the support behind them in London, and you'd hope that they could do well as an English team, but they were just outclassed by Frankfurt, really.
Yeah, you know Frankfurt is going to bring a crowd. They always do, like they did to Barcelona. Basically took up the whole stadium. But
Literally.
they took a big portion of fans there, but you expect West Ham to get a result out of that. Something. And to lose, it was a little disappointing. They going down 1-0 in like the first or second minute. So it makes it hard to have to climb back. And, you know, that's what they had to do. They had to climb back from that point. And we're gonna really see what West Ham are made of now. Like
We're gonna see what they're about,
if they can smack around with the big dogs a little bit here. Because, I mean, yeah, it's Europa League, but this is, like, big for them. This is really an impressive run for them. And Frankfurt is a good team. It's the semifinal of a European competition.
And they're going away to one of the most hostile crowds.
Down 2-1 on aggregate already. This is going to be a real test. Like, regardless of what you think of how good Frankfurt is a quality team in the Bundesliga. This is going to be a really hostile game. And as you also saw, Leipzig beating Rangers 1-0. Angelino with the goal. Adams getting the start, as we always love to see an American. Not getting all the minutes we want to see him getting this season, but getting a start in a semifinal of Europa League,
yeah.
So, I mean, that's something.
Finally, to wrap it up, we have another shitty result from United. Not as bad as it could have been. Not as bad as what the performance really deserved, because it was another terrible performance. Lacked heart, lacked fucking energy. It's the same shit every week.
Toward the end, the last, 30 minutes was lively. The last 30 minutes, I will say, I watched the game. The last 30 minutes they looked like a team because they got that Ronaldo goal.
Because they went down, and then within 2 minutes, Ronaldo bails us out again.
After that goal, that sparked it right there. Once they got that goal, it sparked something. They looked like a cohesive team, and it looked like a real Premier League match after that.
It was hopeful there for a while, but then, you know, the 80th or 75th minute, I don't remember exactly what it was, Phil Jones comes on for Nemanja Matic, and Matic had a good game. He had the assist for Ronaldo once again. Those two really the only two performing in the team.
Well, but I think we have to give a shout out to the best player on the field, David De Gea, because he literally single-handedly saved them that game.
But that's without...
We're gonna say Ronaldo
doesn't
got
even
the
need
goal.
to be said. But
David De Gea is insane.
Still one of the best keepers in the world. I don't care who you think is the best. He's not the best, but he is one of the top probably 7 goalkeepers in the world, and I would argue number 1 based on just shot stopping. Now, everything else on his game, not a chance. He's not a good ball distributor. He doesn't come for crosses, but it's neither here nor there. He had a good game. Once again, though, our fullback's terrible. Alex Tellez, don't know what the fuck he was bought for. Honestly, I fell into the trap of being excited for him to come in and, give some pressure to Luke Shaw. And honestly, I wanted Tellez to be playing over Luke Shaw at the beginning of the last season. But now, he's got to go. I mean, he is not good enough for us, especially in the system that we're trying to play. Defensively, lackluster as can be. Matic had to fill in at left back multiple times, which is why he was one of my standout performers, honestly. Obviously getting the assists, but he just can't play for 90 minutes. He can't do it anymore.
On that Alonso goal when Chelsea got the opener, it looked like everybody was just standing there looking at him.
Everybody's passive.
So
nobody is
I think
aggressive.
it was Reece James who crossed it, swung it over to him. I can't remember what it was. I think it just flicked over to Alonso, and he's got it right there on his left foot. You know he's gonna smash into the back of the net, even though he is a defender. But he's a really good shooter.
Pretty good shot.
And he smashed it. And all the United defenders just kind of were just standing there looking at it like, well,
they're very passive. I mean, I'm sure you guys are fucking sick and tired of me saying it and hearing it, but at the same time, I mean,
sick and tired of fucking dealing with it.
Yeah, exactly. Of all the players that are out there, maybe 2 of them deserve to be in the starting 11 next year.
Ronaldo and De Gea.
There you go.
Let's establish something. As a City fan, I would just like to say Ronaldo is a menace to society. He is
an absolute freak.
Specimen. People talk about, he doesn't fit in the system. First of all, little disrespectful. There is no fucking system. Okay?
Correct.
So what the fuck do you mean he doesn't fit in the system? The pressing. There's no high pressing. Nobody fucking presses. There's no system. There's nothing.
And today he was doing
running.
Really well
I saw
pressing.
him. Yeah.
Honestly, United. People want to think that Ronaldo is one of the problems. He's not even in the top fucking 50 list of problems.
He is the solution.
Literally, because
you're gonna tell me the guy with the second most goals in the Premier League this season, 36 years old. 37 years old. People, all he gets is ridicule. No love. Never.
Even from United fans, it's tough to see because he's one of the greatest players in history, period, but also one of the greatest United players ever. Yeah. So just to see some of our fans disrespect him, like you were saying with the disrespect for the game on Tuesday, you got to give credit where credit is due. That man is single-handedly holding us up. Well, Dave and him are holding hands, getting us to the fucking finish line of this season because every other player looks like they don't give a fuck. So at this point, I'm ready to start not giving a fuck, but my heart won't let me because I like the team too much. So I'm going to continue to watch, and I'm going to continue to bitch about it to you guys. So just keep coming back to hear me bitch. All right, you gringos, that's all we got this week. We've got some big games coming up this weekend, including the FA Cup. We're going to see Liverpool take on Chelsea. To me, hopefully Chelsea wins that one. I'm sure it's the same for you. Big Premier League games coming up, too, so we'll let you know what happens.